All right, boys, quick video for you guys in the field. We got a GMC E39A ECM, as you can see there. And we've got, this is from a 2014 GMC Arcadia, I believe. And engine hard start. I actually think it's an engine fault, but there are ECM codes saying that lost communication with the ECM. So I decided this could be suspect. So what I'm going to do is, because it's simple, I've got this DC706 OBDSTAR right here. Link in the description, guys. $100 coupon off until December. Definitely check it out. Clones a lot of ECMs right in the field like this. The only difference is I've got my own personal DC cable just right there to my 12 volts DC on my vehicle. You can get your DC however you do it. Anyway, that supplies power to the ECM, and we're going to go ahead with the cloning process. Here's the pinout, and I've already got everything pinned out, as you can see right here. 2 powers, ground, can high, can low, and that's it. So now we're going to go back, and oh, there we go, E39A. And then we're going to tell it start. We're going to do bench mode. Okay. Okay, I got to put on my Wi-Fi. All right, so we got our internet connected. Okay. It's connecting to the server. All right, let's go ahead and do ECU info. And it should communicate and give us the VIN number and everything of the vehicle. ECU not recognized. Okay. Oh, that's because I didn't turn it on. So of course you got to supply power to the ECU like that. Tell it okay. ECU info again. And there it is, guys. There's our VIN number of the vehicle and all the different information. So we're going to go ahead and back up the EEPROM and the flash. So I'm going to do connect. You've got to connect first before you can actually read and modify the EEPROM and the flash. I'm going to read the shadow flash password. I always like to do that. Save it. In case you ever crash a unit, you can recover it with the shadow flash password. Okay. Read internal flash. There it is. I'm just going to go with the defaults on this one. Tell it okay. I'm going to read the actual flash. The internal EEPROM rather was the first one I did. Now I'm reading the actual flash. So it's in process. I'll let this roll so you can see how long it takes. Again, like I said, guys, link in the description and pinned to the top of the comments. Head over to globalcommerceca.com. We got a lot of different tools for you. Member section also available, guys. Check it out. We got a lot of tools there for you too, guys. All right, guys. So there it is. It took, I think, what, about 3 minutes. Tell it okay. I'm just going to leave it the default name. That's fine. So, let's see. I'm going to do a read pin code too. And as you can see, there's the pin code for this vehicle. 1833, by the way, guys. All right. We're now going to connect up the donor ECM and write this information into the donor ECM and then connect it to the vehicle. I'll be back. All right, guys, here we are with the replacement ECM. So I'm going to go ahead and connect it up, and then we're going to copy the data over to it. All right, we got everything hooked up. I'm going to give power to the ECM, and then we're going to do ECU info. Right, so that's the VIN for the donor. I'm just going to back this up. It's not necessary, but I just like to back everything up, and then it's the same steps. So I'm not going to show that part, and then I'm going to show you writing it back. All right, I went ahead and backed it up, as in this step is not necessary, but I just did it anyway. So now we're going to write the original flash to the to the donor ECM, and we're going to load external file. Okay, it's already in our default folder, and it's called, it should be this one, internal flash. Yes. Okay, so it's going to first erase the flash on the donor unit before it writes the file to it. And being this is a clone, it's going to be a one-to-one backup of the original ECM, so it'll be plug and play. So I'll bring it back in a second. All right, it's successfully written the flash. So now we're going to write the EEPROM. We go to write EEPROM. We're going to load it from the external file, and it's going to be already in our default folder, and it should be this one. Okay. And the EEPROM should be pretty quick, as you can see. There it is, it's written. So I'm going to go ahead and tell it to read the pin code, which should reflect the first one. Yep, 1833. So now we're going to do disconnect. Yes. Now we're going to tell it ECU info, and it should reflect our VIN number from the vehicle and not the donor ECM. There it is, 480. Okay, so now we're going to connect this up to the vehicle, and it should be plug and play. Now we're going to remove the original and plug in our donor that we just cloned and see if there's any change. This vehicle is an extended crank when it's just starting. I suspect it's going to be an issue with the physical engine with the engine, but we're going to first go ahead and eliminate that it could be the PCM having a fault, because like I said, I did see some PCM error messages. So let's see what we get. Okay, we got the donor in, and if it was a successful clone, we should get no security light, and it should be a crank, and possibly no start, because there's most likely an engine issue here. So check engine light came on right away, security light should go off, and it did. So that is a successful clone. Let's see if it starts. Yeah, there's an issue with this engine, I'm pretty sure. That's what it's gonna be, guys. So this is what it does, just a crank. So and it sounds very strange as well. Anyway, click that thumbs up button, guys. This was a success. Like and subscribe, and see you on the next one.